Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Now, don't let me get me started on this show because I loved season one. I thought season one was amazing. Chef's kiss. I binged it and I was so happy. Now, season two, little iffy. It was starting to change, and I'm gonna get to that on why I think it started to change, which doesn't make sense, but it was still good. All right. Season three, though, oh my goodness, don't get me started on that one. But I think what happened here with Sabrina is after season one, and I am not an idiot. I know that Riverdale and Sabrina, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, are connected, comic book wise, creator wise, all of that good stuff. Whatever. I know that. Don't think I don't know that. It wanted so bad to have that spin off, those connections, that I think that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina lost its identity at a point. And I may be wrong. This may have been what the show was always about, but there was a big contrast between having what we saw in season one where we're at season three. And it's not that it's bad or anything because it's still good, but I thought that the flow and everything was weird. My opinion. Let's get into season four, the final season. So in the final season, as we know, Sabrina Spellman has another identity now called Sabrina Morningstar after the events of season 3. And basically what they're doing in this season is defeating the Eldritch Terrors. The Eldritch Terrors were brought on by Faustus Blackwood. I hate him. He always is so annoying. So pretty much what we see is them go through all of them, and then we get to the episode where we have the final terror, the Void. So what we see is Morningstar make it out of the other cosmos, and she dies in Sabrina's arms. She tells her of the coming of the Void. Spellman now has to realize that she is the only one that can defeat the Void. The only way she can defeat the Void is by using Pandora's box in order to trap it in there, but it also means that she is going to risk herself being entrapped in there as well. Sabrina is okay with this, writing a goodbye letter to her loved ones. However, her loved ones, of course, aren't going to have Sabrina just going out. So what they do is they transfer her soul into Morningstar's body in order to try and save her. Now, the Void isn't going to go down so easily either. What the Void ends up doing is it attaches a piece of itself onto her soul as well. And so they end up finding out that yes, indeed, this is what has happened. The Void has attached a piece of itself to her soul. Meanwhile, in hell, we have Lucifer pretty much pissed off about the fact that Morningstar has died. And now they are going to wage war against the Spellmans. They pretty much get a little army going on with the miners of Greendale. And we see a confrontation eventually happen. It ultimately doesn't go anywhere though, however, and we see Lilith ultimately basically stab Lucifer with the same blade that was used to kill Jesus and then drink his blood. Then she vanishes from hell and she takes the throne. Good for you, Queen. So they ultimately make this very elusive plan where Nick will go in there, he will save Sabrina, and he will ultimately trap the Void in Pandora's box. Ultimately, it sounds like Sabrina's going to die, and yes, she ends up dying. We see Sabrina's life flash before her eyes, and then we pretty much see everybody say their goodbyes to their loved ones and dies. Nick also ends up dying, and we see that Spellman and Morningstar are given their proper funeral, and Nick and Sabrina go to spend the rest of their lives together in the afterlife. Now, to me, this ending sounds really like just wanting closure for the sake of closure. And I get it. The show was canceled and they want to really give a solid, concrete ending. But I don't know. It was just an ending that felt like they were rushing to the end to get to this point, and then having this elusive plot in order to save her, and that this was going to mean that she was going to die. And then don't get me started on the whole Nick situation with him joining her in the afterlife as well, which I think some people have brushed on upon as well. It's kind of weird as well. It was just something that I wasn't very much so liking by the end of it myself. I think that they could have gone in a different direction. I get it, the show is being canceled, but they are talking about it actually being a continuation in the comics, however, but we're talking just about the show because I can assure you most of the people that watch the show aren't going to go straight to the comics or even know about the comics. So to them, this is the final, the end. And I think they could have done something way better for our girl Sabrina than the ending they gave her. Yes, she saved everybody and all of their peeps, but we still don't really get, I feel, the satisfaction of an ending here. And like I said, it ain't their fault. They didn't know it was going to get canceled, and then it got canceled. So I don't know. I feel like Sabrina, Chilling Adventures, as I said, season 1 started off great. Season 2, we got a little off the rocker, and it was still okay. And season 3 just started to go down, and season 4 was just the nail that sealed the deal. And it was just like, yeah, this show, it had potential, but it didn't go where I wanted it to. My opinion, let me know yours down below. Question as well to you is, now that you know that the series will continue in comic book form, are you going to go and pick up that comic book and read it, or would you have preferred this to be a show? Are you still hopeful for a Riverdale's crossover, spin-off, whatever, from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, or at this point do you not care anymore? I'm on the side of I don't care really anymore. It would take a bit to get me interested back into Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's just I was already season 3 in, and I'm just like, might as well finish it, right? So let me know your thoughts about that. Were you satisfied with this ending? Did you think it was appropriate for Sabrina and for her, like everything she's gone through and done up until this point? Like, it feels like it's been like a decade, right, of things that have happened, and for it to end this way, was that the right move? It just doesn't sit right with me. Let me know your thoughts below, though. I mean, I think the character that had the most resolution and character growth by the end of it, and I was satisfied with their ending for sure, definitely has to be Lilith. I mean, Queen is there in the throne, and I mean, that's where we always wanted her, right? Lucifer gone. Good riddance, out of there. Get the hell out of there, my friend. So, I mean, that was a good ending right there for them, and I was excited to see that finally happen. When it finally did, I was like, yeah, I've been waiting to see that one. But Sabrina, man, did her dirty, I think. Anyways, if you haven't already checked out my video on Cobra Kai, go check it out. Make sure you're subscribed. We are on the road to 18,000 subscribers. Let's get to it. And as always, that it will do it for me. Follow me on Twitter at NerdRound. And yeah, Happy New Year. I hope you stay safe, stay positive. But hey, if you're still listening, I would really appreciate if you could go check out the video on the left. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications, because 2021, we talking about bell notifications all day, every day.